Hey everybody, this is Pastor Megan. And this is Travel Faithfully. Today, I'm at Dachau in Germany. And behind me is the crematorium. And part of the reason that this is a place on my stop is because number one, we need to never forget. And number two, we need to know as Christians and in our faith how terribly wrong faith can go, particularly by people who think they're terribly right. And I don't mean this in a trivial way. I don't mean this in a glossing over kind of way. I mean this in I have a wife who lost family in Auschwitz kind of way, with great respect and reverence to all of the souls who lost their lives here. And without any sort of defense of Lutheranism, it'd be super easy to talk about Dietrich Bonhoeffer and how he was different than other Germans and different than other Lutherans. But in times like this, in places like this, we need to be Lutherans who remember that a lot of the rhetoric for these concentration camps came from the publications of Martin Luther and things that he said about Germans late in his life, and the anti-Semitism that got published when he was not in a good place with others of different kinds of faiths. And we particularly have to remember this in times when whichever group it becomes politically helpful to demonize in our generation and in our day. We need to be people who say never again and not under my watch. Knowing how terribly wrong faith can go, we need to be people who regularly repent moments like this and the tiny moments where we abuse people spiritually and ignore genocide that's happening. It's easy to say nothing like this has ever happened since, but currently, right now, in Singapore, in Myanmar, in parts of Africa, there are people who are dying, and they are religiously perpetrated. And if Buddhist monks can kill people, then no religion is immune. And so let us not forget. Let us not forget. Let us never forget. And remember, this isn't a Lenten story only, because as we think about the coming birth of Jesus that is going to happen at Christmas, there will be hints of the capacity of human atrocity even in those Christmas carols. Nails, nails shall pierce him through, the cross he bore for me, for you. And so notice that there has not been a generation without terrible injustice and genocide, but that doesn't stop us again from declaring never again, never again, never again. Not with my faith, not with my ignoring it, just never again. Take care, everybody.